Thank you, Andy, and welcome everyone to the conversation with members of the More Choice San Diego Coalition. Next, you're going to hear from a few of our members. My name is Victoria Barba, and I'm the outreach coordinator for the coalition. And just to give you an idea of who all is a member of our coalition, we have members from Representa San Diego, League of Women Voters of San Diego, the Community Advocates for Just and Moral Governance, also known as MOGO, Independent Voter Project. We also have Nanner as a member, and Take Back Our Republic, Business for America, Call RCV, Represent Women, Rank the Vote, The People, and many others. And with that said, I will pass it along to Lori from League of Women Voters San Diego.
Thank you, Victoria. Yeah, it's been really great. It's been a great experience to be participating in this coalition. We were early members of this. We were part of the founding group that put this coalition together because the League of Women Voters, which I represent here on this coalition, was founded on voting rights and voter empowerment. So we're a 100-year-old organization. We were founded in 1920 along with the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote. And our organization was founded to support this new contingent of voters and give them the information and the opportunities they needed to be thoroughly participating in their democracy. And so we have been interested in our democracy and voting rights and election reform fundamentally for 100 years. And this organization has given us an opportunity to really make a difference in San Diego and the way we conduct elections here and the way our voters here are heard and the way they get to express their opinions and their positions here. So it's been a really good situation for us. It's been a perfect synergy for an organization like ours that values voters and voting rights. And ranked choice voting is one of those improvements and one of those electoral reforms that really gives voters the opportunity to express themselves. We are a voter-centric organization. We are nonpartisan. We have never in 100 years supported or opposed candidates or parties. And so our focus on the voter and the voters' rights and opportunities and engagement has made this experience for me and for our league here in San Diego just monumentally gratifying. It's just been a very good situation for us, and we're delighted to be a part of this coalition. And with that, I'll hand it over to another coalition member who is one of the founding members as well, Amy Tobia.
Hi, thanks so much, Lori. My name is Amy Tobia, and I am one of the chapter leaders of the San Diego chapter of Represent Us. And Represent Us is the new kid on the block when it comes to election reform. We've been around for 10 years now and 5 years in San Diego. And much like the League of Women Voters, we feel that fair elections that empower voters are incredibly important. We also pursue a lot of anti-corruption reforms. And so for us, joining the More Choice Coalition and seeking to bring ranked choice voting to the San Diego election landscape is very important. It does a couple of things. It enables voters to be thoroughly heard as they are able to then express themselves fully on their ballot. And it also allows us to change a little bit the nature of our election process and create more of a conversation, more of a policy-driven approach that we hope will empower more women to run for office in San Diego and to be more successful here. So our local coalition has been happy to join. We have tried this already in the past. We started this campaign right before COVID. And as many others out there have done the same. Of course, it's very, very hard to work in the community and try and convince people that we need to change the way that we elect our officials for mayor, city council, and city attorney. When you're in the middle of a pandemic, people have a lot on their hands. And so we struggled, but came within one council vote of getting onto the ballot in spite of COVID. And so we're very excited to take another run at this. In the meantime, we've been able to expand our coalition and also rethink parts of what we were trying to achieve. So we've made a few changes. We've revised from top 4 to top 5 ranked choice voting. So we will allow everyone to be able to rank candidates in the general election. We've also done some studies as to potentially including the school board And along the way, of course, we've continued to do outreach in the community with additional community groups and bringing new members on board. So we're very excited about the possibility of getting that extra vote this time around and getting across the finish line, because we do think that if we can get on the ballot in 2022, we will get enough votes to be enacted and be using ranked choice voting in San Diego by 2024. So one of the things that I think is really interesting when you talk about ranked choice voting in San Diego is how San Diego starts from a different place than other communities that might be pursuing ranked choice voting. In San Diego, we have open primaries to start with. We also have a top two system. So our elections are always decided at the general election, and we always have a primary. When we started engaging in the community and talking to different civic groups that are very interested in voting in election reform, we found that there was concern because we have synchronous elections where we have a primary with all of our county and our national and our local elections all at the same time, that there was concern about just eliminating the primary for these few city races that we were looking at doing. So we had to navigate that, and we had to talk to the different coalition partners and come up with a solution for that. We really wanted to make sure that we had a robust general election. So we wanted to move from a top two to a top 4 or 5. And we had to navigate, well, what would that do to the cycle of a campaign and a candidacy here in San Diego? So it made for different coalition building than I think some of the folks pursuing ranked choice voting throughout the country are having, because we were starting from a different place. So I think what we learned from that that's really important is, for one, not to assume that just because somebody is a supporter of better elections, that they're going to support you changing their elections. That was a bit of a surprise to us. The other thing that I think was really important is that when you're talking about ranked choice voting, it's really important to talk about the benefits that are going to come after, because regardless of where you start, if you're starting with open primaries, closed primaries, if you're talking about using it in a primary election or a general election, no matter what the application is, the benefits of ranked choice voting are what you're pursuing. The transformation into what it's like to run as a candidate, the transformation into what it's like to vote as a voter, and the change in the values and the behaviors once you're elected and you're trying to get reelected with ranked choice voting. So I think that's one of the things that our coalition learned that I think others could benefit from, even though, again, we started in a different place.
Thank you, Amy. With that said, I would like to invite everyone to visit morechoicesd.org. There you'll be able to learn more about us, sign up to get updates, donate, and join the team. Our email is contact@morechoicesd.org. Thank you.